What is the best way to track the value of your sports cards or even the market as a whole? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to answer that question. Let's dive in. The sports card space has a lot of tech solutions, probably honestly more than we ever need or ask for, but one of my favorites is Card Ladder. And I've used Card Ladder for a couple of years now and I've always loved it, but I've never got to show it in my video. You had to get their permission to show it. So now, not only do I have their permission to show the platform, I also have an affiliate program that we're doing through Card Ladder. So we have an offer for you guys if you sign up that's going to help support the Card Lines team, so watch till the end of this video for that. So here's the dashboard, and Card Ladder is priced at $14.99 a month, and you get a lot of bang for your buck for that price. The dashboard shows you sports card sales over the last however many months you want to select. And basically all the charts on here you can filter from anything down to 2 weeks to 2 years to all time. So you get a large look at when sports cards are being sold. So they're integrated with eBay, so they track sales of everything. They have their own shop, so you can buy stuff on MySlabs. And then they also have some of the biggest sales of the day highlighted just on the dashboard. You can add your own cards to collection, and this is where I say I haven't done so and I need to. You can add manually, you can build a spreadsheet and upload it that way, or if you have PSA certification numbers, you can upload individually there or with a spreadsheet, and it will track your sports cards as a portfolio. It's a fantastic offer, and I've basically just been too lazy to do so thus far. I need to do some soon, and if you guys like this video, let me know below, and I'll pick out 100 of my favorite cards and upload them as a collection and show you how to do that. I'll probably do it as a CSV file. So there's a lot to like about Card Ladder, and let's look at sales history first. I really like this feature. You can basically pick whatever cards you want and track the sales. One hot name right now is Lamar Jackson, so I'm going to say Lamar Jackson PSA 10 Optic Rookie. And we're going to search that. Here's one. This is a Donruss Optic Rookie. And then you can view right here, click this, and it shows you the chart. Got to move my head to the bottom of the screen. But if you check this out, here's its rate of growth all time from when it released. Clearly it had a peak in 2020 during the sports card bubble, late 2020, and then it's kind of calmed back down. But then if I zoom in to about a month, you can see that this card's really on the rise. It's almost doubled in value. It's gone from 100, it has doubled in value. Recent sales are at 20204. So it is up 100% in just the last month as Lamar has climbed the MVP ladder. You can do this with any card. You can do this with players, individual players. So here's the Patrick Mahomes index that just indexes all of his cards. We can look at it for 6 months. Basically, here's the start of the football season, and then as the Chiefs had no receivers and Mahomes has inevitably struggled, you can see the deterioration in the value of his cards there. Zoom out, big picture. Everything's still kind of falling down all time. First cards were in 2017, sports card bubble. All the charts are gonna kind of look like this because obviously values spiked in like 2020 to 2022, and then they've since cooled off. But as a whole, I just like to look at the last year or so for sales data because it seems like cards kind of stabilized, plateaued here, and you can make some decent money if you're buying in right now. Again, they have MySlabs integration, so you can shop. If you click on the shop tab over here, that's not necessarily anything that I do frequently, but it is a nice offering. And then the ladder is really cool. A ladder allows you to browse all Card Ladder verified cards and sales. You can search, sort, and filter these cards to find specific cards and watch how different cards interact. You can even do boxes, so I can see the value of 2018 Prizm basketball box, which I would imagine over the last month is probably on the rise. It is a little bit, it's actually up quite a bit from 3,000 to 4,000 because Luke has been playing just absolutely out of his mind. But you can track everything from players to different boxes to individual cards. For example, here's the Jokic base Prizm Rookie. You can see the ups and downs over the last year. Here's when he won the finals. Zoom out 2 years and you can see pretty consistent growth. So while many players have had this like apparent spike and decline, if you buy the right people, you're still making a lot of money on sports cards. Another good example of this might be Gardner Minshew. And let's just look at the Gardner Minshew ladder. Gardner Minshew came into the season as Anthony Richardson's backup, and I was buying quite a bit of his cards because I think he's one of the best backups in the NFL. And then inevitably, And then unfortunately Anthony Richardson got injured, so Minshew ended up starting, and his cards are up 46% since about mid-August. So there's a lot of money to be made just by buying the right things. Now let's look at Showcase is just an extension of the shop, so you can feature some of your best cards that you're looking to move. But indexes here, while I showed you the player index, which you can find easily right here, here's LeBron. You can see LeBron sells over time, over the last 2 years, etc. Same thing that we've been looking at. Some of the more meaningful takeaways can be found in this index. So there's high-end cards, there's modern cards. You can look at cards by sport. And I always talk about low-end cards, not to buy, base paper cards because they don't sell for well, and this is why. You just zoom in over the last month, let's go last 3 months, and you can just see pretty steady decline. Sports as a whole are kind of like that too. Let's look at the football chart. It shows that steep bell curve where it goes up, 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 and then, man, it comes down to free fall. I think this has been a particularly disappointing year of the NFL, mainly because last year the 2022 rookies were all terrible. This year the top rookies aren't signing with Panini, so we see a lot of dip here. And then, of course, it's been a weird NFL season. Even the golden boys of investing, Mahomes, Josh Allen, their teams are struggling. So it's really been a hard year of investing. But here's when I'm talking about meaningful takeaways, one thing to look at. We'll look at the football chart, and then let's compare it to the baseball chart. Football, baseball. So they both show that steep inclination between 20 and 22, but football cards have fallen off a lot more, while baseball cards have still remained pretty safe. Obviously, they're still falling over the last year or so, but they're not falling nearly as steep. I want to see something even more impressive. I talk about vintage cards a lot because by being old, they're inherently rare, they're inherently more valuable, and the players on the cards aren't necessarily doing anything to tarnish their careers. Vintage cards have almost proven to be like recession-proof. Even though the market was dipping, vintage cards over the last 2 years have really not fallen too far from where they came. We're setting pretty up here, so if you're buying old cards, it might be the safest bet you can make. There's also a compare feature, so you can add 2 cards. So for example, we'll look at the Ja Morant Prism rookie and the Anthony Edwards, and we're going to add Anthony Edwards in PSA 10. So Anthony Edwards is the blue line, Ja Morant's the green line. So you can see right here, Ja started out head and shoulders, his cards were worth about twice as much, but he has made a series of bad choices, so he's electric on the court, but he's been staying in trouble. And Anthony Edwards, because of his steady play, and he just seems to be a pretty likable guy, his cards have overtaken Ja Morant. Ja's back now. If we zoom in over the past month, I bet Ja's cards are on the rise. They are. But as a whole, you can just see big picture trends of how these cards interact with each other. And lastly, you can check the industry tab, which just has a look at monthly sales volume, daily volume, monthly sales count, verified monthly volume, and more. And it just kind of gives you a feel for the health of the industry. It's nothing that I'm just checking into daily, but when I'm writing articles for card lines that have to do with the industry's health, then I sometimes come and consult here for just a daily volume. So that's Card Ladder, and I stand by my claims that it is one of the best pieces of software in the sports card industry, and that's why we have a special deal for you. All you have to do is just click the link in the description for this video and then sign up that way, and you will get your Card Ladder subscription for $14.99 a month, and you'll help support the Card Lines team as we continue to make these videos for you. Thank you in advance for your support, and you're not going to regret it. $15, it is so well worth the investment in your collection. Let me know if you want to see me make a collection video using Card Ladder. See you next time. Watch another video while you wait.